horizon, the charts are bold. DD bands rapping stories untold. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Treading on, the pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rockets, scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in all its blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Yo, what's up? Good morning. Welcome everybody to the morning show. Huge Live Fun and Futures revamp. Today, entire program revamped. Entire company revamped. All the packages revamped. Everything changed for the better. We'll talk about that. I got all the inside scoop. I'm excited to talk about it for a few weeks. I'm trying to chat about it. What's up? Good morning. This is Investor. Jamer Tish. Trader Ken, good morning. I gotta clean my glasses off. Good morning routine. What's up, Blue Ken? What's up, Horace? Somebody said greed is the downfall of empires. Who's being greedy today? I'll share my breakfast burrito with you guys. You want some? I make them myself. It's eggs and sausage and cheese. I make like 50 of them at once, roll them up, heat them up. Good morning, Jules. Fraser, what's up? Dominic, what's up? Jada, Julian, Lee, Wisdom, Jose, Cheesehead. Somebody says, anyone along right now? Oh yeah, let's talk about it. I hadn't touched anything in the market last night. You guys know the So the drill, fix above triple B. We talk about this all the time. I didn't do anything overnight. This market's a little crazy volatile-ish. Could be possible. But things are better. I'm on the sidelines now. Good morning, Gabriel, Simon D, and Julian, Alex. Have you seen Gamma? Oh yeah, what happened to that guy? I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, the guy was in that stream every morning. He was like a solid trader with a lot of good ideas. Sometimes people just get into trading, get out of trading. Smart kid though. All right, yesterday dipped out. Oh, nice. 15 hours left on the Fun and Nexa DLL sale. Yep, we got like one more day on that. And then today we got some announcements on the My Fun Futures having a sale as well on all the new account types. I'll be checking out all the changes. So My Fun Futures renamed their plans. No, they got rid of all the plans. All three of them are brand new now. We'll cover them today. I've got all the inside information. I got all the scoop. I'll give you guys all the info as to why I think they're better. Yeah, so good morning, Michaela. What's up? Steve, Beach Morris, Mike, Raphael, Vic. And all the rest of you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Pal's about to talk today, yeah. Did the changes affect people that are already funded? No, the changes are not retroactive. So anything that's changing My Funded is just going to be for new accounts going forward. With the exception of one thing. You're allowed to buy up to 5 accounts now in your previous, like, okay, so you're already in accounts, you can buy up to 5. So that's, you can add more of the new ones to get up to 5 total. Big giveaways too. I'm giving away 20 My Funded Futures accounts of the new ones. So how about big for that? You guys excited about that? Lucky for you guys, I've got all the information in a PDF form. So I got a nice little easy explaining of what's going on with these new packages, much more than trying to dig it out on the website and figure out what's going on. So we'll walk you guys to the website, but I'll clarify all the different pieces of what's going on about together. Think about it. I'm gonna be respectful of their marketing plans. So let me double check. You guys. Sometime now. Internet went weird for a second there. I was like trying to get my Discord loaded up and then it was like messaging weren't loading. My internet just must have reset. We're back. We're back. Okay. So as I was saying, really appreciate you guys as fast as we're growing, you know, between this show and the other show I do. We're clocking in close to 20,000 viewers a day. It's incredible to see how much growth we've had. And, you know, we've just been grinding out over the years. No crazy gimmicks, just trading, you know. Well, I have a money gun. That might be a gimmick. But the guys at My Fun TV are super excited about, you know, the growth they're having, all the stuff that they're building at My Fun Futures. You know, great company. We love it. And I get, you know, there's a group text and we chat every day. All the people there. You know, all the heads of the company and, you know, the team over there always chatting, and always, like almost every other day am I getting like intense amount of praise for our community. Like you guys, like there's something magical about you guys, whatever it is. I don't know if I can see it. No, I'm just kidding. No, they're always like, man, you guys just bring a whole different light to the show. It's like, this was one of the best decisions we've ever made. Like, your community is just fun. They're funny. They're smart. They're like, all the good traders just somehow ended up in y'all's community, because you guys, it's like y'all are all talking shit and having fun and being goofy, but then all of a sudden when it comes down to it, it's like everybody knows how to trade and they're also fun. It's like, you guys are so good at what you do. You're just making comedy happen in the time you guys are live, but you also teach so well. And like, the audience you bring is just crazy. Yeah, they're like very much always complimenting you guys and how cool of an audience y'all are. So, you know, if there's a little compliment to start your day, a little sunshine for you guys. Oh. I don't know what the hell's going on with my internet. Just reset for a minute there. Okay, let me reboot this. What is going on? I think my internet just router decided to cycle on its own, I guess. Figure out. All right, back. Game no game, I tell you, baby. Let's go. Okay. Let me, before we start talking about my funded plans, let me start marking on my chart. Get ready for the morning. I didn't make any trades last night. This is kind of I told you guys I wouldn't be doing much at the boot camp because big spot triple B, we've got that volatility. And overnight, you can see that the market did trade a little kind of volatile, right? A little bit. Not terribly crazy, but you know, just it's choppy. And this is exactly what we can expect. There's no just like clean bull market ride up with no volatility. VIX is testing key levels. And so we need to wait to see if that's going to happen for me to like want to commit to anything crazy big overnight. You know how it goes. I didn't touch the market, you know, for good reason. And then of course things are looking great. Let me log into all my stuff here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Everything just rebooted for me. And every single day we're growing faster and faster and faster. I've got 20 accounts to give away. You guys like that? I got 20. I might do like, I might split it up over the next day or two. So don't know if half gap is a B setup. Yeah, it's not really like a higher probability setup, but it's a good setup with resilience. Confluence becomes like a B setup. You got some kind of tilt to that, right? Half gap. Well, you don't have half gap yet though, because right when the market isn't open. Speaking of, let's go ahead and make that really quick. Let me go ahead and mark up my chart. Good call, good call. Okay, let's do this. So this is the close from yesterday. Go right there at this guy right there. Where we are now. It's a slight gap up-ish, at least so far. 63.44. Average pressure. It's like right in the smack dab in the middle here. Open. Half gap. I hate flat days as well. Flat days and volatility. So that's what I like to call be patient for dips kind of days. 63.09, still like way down here. Okay. Oh, I hate flat days. You guys know how much I hate flat days. They're the worst. They're the worst ever. But I have the same DD note twice. Oops. All right, delete that one. Thanks for smashing the like button, friends. Y'all know the drill here. Just mark it on my chart. 178. Goes here, right here. It's all in the mix of stuff. I'll delete that. 344. Okay, that's around the edge. Let's just delete that because it's on the box. I'll know that that's there. Get all this stuff out of the way. Look, I got these extra lines just chilling here. Just chilling here. Paint myself a happy little line. Okay, what's up, friends? Love you guys. Thanks for smashing that like button, friends. 20 my funded futures counts today. So let you guys know, I got a you know, me working at My Fund and Futures now is a whole different world, being part of, you know, the teams over at Big Prop and hearing how everything goes and watching the industry change so rapidly. It's such a cool experience. And for you guys, right, you have basically two things that can happen. Either A, prop firms are just doing really bad, like at their sales or whatever, and they got to do risky things to kind of get business, and then it doesn't sustain, or they get an unlucky wave and people are like draining them and they blow up and go under, and that sucks. Or prop firms can't sustain, so they're constantly changing rules to like benefit them and detriment you. Or there's prop firms that are doing it right, that have been doing it right, that when they're announcing changes, they're not taking stuff away from you guys and they're not making it crappier to use the service. They're coming through and they're making it good. Now, let me start off by giving you a couple of things. I'm going to teach you guys about my favorite things with prop firms. I call it Matt's Triumvirate, the Triumvirate, okay? And just while we're here, let you guys know there is only half a day left. I don't want to write a whole word. We'll just put the word 3. Matt's big 3. It's faster than writing Triumvirate. The big 3 rules, speaking of this, the fund index sale ends within a day. So basically, the no DLL uncapped payouts, like too good to be true sale, is still on for a little bit. So make sure you guys load up on those before it goes away, because once you have DLL, it just becomes a, you know, normal end of the day drawdown account. But the big 3 rules is very rare. Now let me explain to you what's coming up with the big 3, okay? Big 3, number 1 is consistency, all right? These are 3 rules that prop firms have to keep themselves from blowing up. If a prop firm has no amount of the 3 of these rules, they're not going to survive. They have reasons for these rules. Consistency is one of them, which means you can only make so much per trade, or else you have to have, your profit target gets bigger. The other thing is daily loss limit, which again is a secret consistency rule, but you didn't realize it. It's like a scaling limiter. DLL is about how much you're going to make per day on a 1-to-1 trade, right? If your DLL is $1,000 for a soft breach, you lose 1,000, you have to stop for the day. And you're trading like a 1-to-1 trade or a 1.5 to 1 or 2-to-1 trade, you're only trading some kind of multiple of your DLL, right? Somebody says, reading somebody guys, blah, 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 blah. Somebody says, funny how I'm a clown. I love that movie. Joe Pesci. Do I make you laugh? Read some of the comments real quick. Split up, Matt. I'll have to miss drawings today. I'll split it up, yeah. I'll do 10 today and maybe 10 tomorrow. Yeah, super generous of them, yeah. I once said, can I have like 10 accounts to give away tomorrow? And they were like, how about 20? I'm like, okay. I was just asking for 10 just to be nice. And I was like, I told Slacks, I'm like, I'm just gonna ask for like 10. So he was like, well, that'd be kind of cool if they gave it. I'm like, yeah, that'd be super cool. And then they're like, how about 20? That's how cool they are over there. So I was like, okay. I love that. Love the Roxy software update. Oh, cool. Awesome, guys. Okay. Yeah, super nice. Okay, break down these new accounts. We'll do it. I gotta wait until I have a special time. I'll start talking about it in like 5 minutes. I'm trying to time it to where they gave me a time I could start talking about it. So just so I don't beat them to the punch, I've got 9 minutes so I can finally reveal what everything is, where I can say what I know. Okay, so consistency, DLL, and payout caps. Okay, these are the 3 big rules, and these are the things that companies will have to essentially lower their risk. It's like, you know, as a trader, you're battling these rules usually with every account, every combination of 3. Here's an example. Top step, right? You have a 50% consistency, a DLL, and a payout cap, right? You have all 3 of these, right? I believe a top step. Payout cap per account or something, then you go, I think it's like that. I don't think it's unlimited there. I know like Tradeify, you have a consistency, a DLL, and a payout cap with the growth account, which is their end of the day drawdown. Most of the firms and the healthy ones will have the majority of these rules. The more rules they have of these 3 types, the healthier they'll be. If you have all 3, your firm's not going to go bankrupt. Okay. Consistency limits, again, you winning a trade, like a big trade to make 10K in a day kind of thing. DLL prevents you from betting too big, and therefore you can't scale too big, because the DLL is a multiple of your DLL is what you make per day. So if you're doing 2-to-1 trades and your DLL is 1,000, you're only making 2,000 a day. If consistency is X%, you're only making some amount per day. These two are limiters on growth. So we call them growth limiters. Okay. GL. Payout caps is pay limiters. So the first two limit how far your account can grow. They keep your account from doing this, right? They keep your account from doing this. They make sure that unless your account is like doing this, you know, like that, the first two force your account to be like in a range like that, where you're growing a certain amount, but you can't grow too fast and you can't chop too much. So the first two rules make you have to drive your account to some kind of moderate growth. That's it, growth limiters. The second one is how much you can withdraw, whatever balance you have. I'm in the boat that I got almost 200K sitting here in Tradeify, and I can't take most of it out and for my schedule. So the pay limiter is like, yeah, you've finally driven the boat and accrued a pretty fat balance slowly over time, but you can only take out a little bit at a time, right? So these things are like to keep firms from blowing up. And that's okay, because last thing you want is to put in months of work and the firm is like, oh, sorry, you can't pay out, right? We had a couple of those happen before out there. You take no consistency over no DLL any day. So there, it's to each their own, right? So of the big three, it's very rare that you're going to see a firm that has one of the three gone, much less two of the three. Currently, Funded Next's big too good to be true sale is no DLL, no payout caps. And the consistency that's left is actually very high, 40%. 40% is huge. Top steps 50, you know, it's like pretty normal. 40% means you just pass reval in 2 days. Not that big of a deal. So you can scale very big with 40% consistency, because what happens if you make a big trade, just make another big trade. You only need 2 of them, right? So 40% is 3 days to pass sort of thing, right? And that's why the Funded Next sale is great, because you only have one of the rules, and the actual rule is not that bad. 40% is good. My Funded Futures Expert, no consistency and no DLL, but a payout cap. And this is where My Funded Futures is known as one of the best ones out there, because as Bearing Bull said, no consistency, no DLL. Depends on whatever you want. You can scale very quick, but you can't take a lot out. With the Funded Next, you can scale very moderately to fast, and you can take all of it out. So it's kind of like, do you want to do this and have, or sorry, you want to do this and have a limit, or do you want to do that and have an unlimited amount? Does this make sense, you guys? That's the difference between the two. And the majority of other firms are kind of like this. Okay. So My Funded Futures, you guys understand, right? It's literally like this. You can just take it out. Funded Next is like, you want a big $1 million payout, that's where you're going to go. You can grow it slower than this one, but you can take all of it out. That's the main difference, right? And these are like the two big daddies right now, the two best in class end of the day drawdown. And so My Funded Futures, you might ask what that is, because, well, it's not a thing anymore. So all those accounts are gone. Not a thing anymore. They've revamped their entire program, and let's talk about it, because this is the time to talk about it. Let's go to their website really quick and see what they got there to show you guys. The plans are right on here. There's basically one type of plan. It's called Core, Scale, and Pro. All right. And as you see on here, they kind of have it listed just like the old ones. If you're going to take a look at them, there's some major differences, right? Mainly the Expert used to be on the left. Now the Core is on the left, right? So Core, you can see there's mixed consistency rule, mixed consistency rule, and mixed consistency rule. The main change is now all 3 of the plans no longer have consistency once funded. This is great. This is an improvement to the starter, right? And I believe the starter plus, but essentially it's a limiter on the, I think it's the same for starter plus. Anyways, they're all 3 the same now. Right now, the eval consistency on their bigger one, their Pro, the more expensive one, which is kind of like the Expert, now has eval and consistency. So essentially all 3 plans are the same to make it easy. You're going to have no consistency once funded in any of the 3 plans, which is great, including the new $80 plan. So their $80 plan, the cheap one, now no longer has consistency once funded. This is kind of nice. This makes it really nice. Another thing that you'll see is, hold on. Let me go read on here. A little handy dandy PDF here. I have like the detailed write-up of each of these plans, so I can answer questions. You guys have it. All right, one of the bigger changes that they're having. So let me explain this when it comes to the trio, right? So no DLL. So DLL, payout cap, DLL, and consistency, okay? So pretend the eval stage is just like do your eval with consistency and get past it and you're done, okay? Whatever it is, the consistency rule is now 50% on all the accounts, right? So that's pretty simple. It's a 2-day pass, YOLO through the eval. So that makes it pretty simple to get through. But once funded, there is no consistency. So let's go ahead and put the word no consistency there once funded. And we'll talk about the funded side of things, right? And when it comes to no DLL, there is no DLL in all accounts, which is pretty awesome too, right? None. On all accounts. So far, so good, right? No consistency and no DLL in all 3 accounts. I told you guys it's going to be awesome. Right? So far, so good, right? Yeah, no consistency and funded in any of the accounts, right? Like I told you, my funded future is trying to take over. That's really what they're trying to do here. And the $25,000 payout cap is now up to about 100K. Now, let me tell you something, okay? You guys y'all may be like, well, that's still a payout cap. Well, not for you. Y'all aren't making 100K in these accounts yet, probably. So imagine whatever it is, just consider 100K not having a payout cap-ish. That's pretty damn far away. That's a lot. So again, PB and everybody else, you can't get everything you want. There's no such thing as the prop firm that's going to give you all kind of stuff without some kind of downside to it, because they'll go bankrupt. The casino can't just print money for people. There's going to be some kind of things that are like, this is amazing, but this thing isn't, right? The payout cap is now raised to 100K. That was the big thing, okay? From 25. But the idea is, don't think of it like that. PB, think of it like this, right? Tradeify is 7 days to pay out. Do you think I get paid out every 7 days? Nah, because I'll hit consistency, I'll hit something, and that 7 days turns into 10, turns into 15. Imagine this, like I accidentally make $2,500 with a $1,000 profit target. My quote unquote 7 days with Tradeify all of a sudden becomes 12 to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all the same shit no matter how you frame it. 14 days straight up with no DLR consistency means that 14 days is a hard limit. How many times my 7 days of Tradeify became fucking 30 days, right? Because it became that. So it's 14 days and it will never move, which is kind of cool when you think about it, because it can't move. These things, there's none of those ones funded. Yeah, it does suck to have a longer one up front. However, the goalposts aren't going to move. So you have to understand there's pros and cons to every side of it. You're 100% right. It's a little longer out the door. On the surface, you're like, but isn't it 7 days at Tradeify? Dude, I never get fucking paid in 7 days. My consistency always gets hit every time, and it adds 3-4 more days to that. So it's like, right? Anybody that has an account that's already active is grandfathered in. Those accounts do not change. The only thing that you can do is add more accounts to the mix. You know, up to five total now. 50% consistency means, on the eval side, it's a 2-day pass and there's no consistency, no DLL, and practically no payout cap-ish. There is one of 100K, but trust me, if you're making 100K, you've achieved your goals. So for the average trader that's not making 100K payouts, imagine this. No on the funded side, and kind of like no. It's the first prop firm in the entire world that is making their main set of plans, all 3 of those rules gone. That's it. kind of no. 100K, that's kind of not a payout cap. I mean, it's payout cap, but none of you guys said that cap yet. It's not a payout cap to you. You're unlimited, no consistency, no DLL. It's pretty amazing. Or you're limited to 100K. So I'll say about no. So if Matt's, let's give it half credit. So if Matt's trio, 2.5 of the rules are gone, which is incredible once funded. Is consistency on sim eval. So consistency is only on the eval side. So yes, on the eval side, you're limited with 50%. On non-eval side, no consistency in all three plans. So what is the difference between all three plans? They all seem to be exactly the same. Rocket Scooter code doesn't work on My Funded Futures. It should. Make sure you're typing it in right. Yeah, so let's talk about that, right? So you'll be transitioned to a live account. Each plan is somewhat different. So let's talk about the difference in the plans. You get a live account in My Funded Futures after getting 5 consecutive payouts or 30 profitable days in the sim funded stage. That's the rule. And the rule is, I think, consistent for all 3 of the accounts. Let me double check. Yes, it's 5 consecutive payouts or 30 total profitable days, and they move you live. Rocket Scooter code's not working? Oh, let me go yell at these guys. Okay, hang tight on it, by the way. Oh, is it working? Oh, it is? Oh, never mind. Yeah, code is 15. So our code now, by the way, another improvement. Our code now is 15% off. 15% off all these new accounts. It's normally 5, so it's 15% off for this big launch. And the deal of 50% off your first account is still a thing. I think is for the old ones. I think it still works on the new ones, but you guys tell me if it does. I think it said it's a new thing. Hold on, let me double check. The only thing that they're changing today that will affect all accounts is they're removing the micro scalping rule. And the 5 sim funded for 50K. So apparently the micro scalping rule is now gone as well. Let me repeat. The micro scalping rule is now gone as well, which is one of the people's biggest complaints. My Funded Futures. I told you it's going to get good. How do you guys like that? That's correct. I have it in a text from one of the people there. Well, not for you, but for other people. Yeah. It is still there. They said yesterday, only the new plans will have the new rules applied to them. The only thing that we're changing tomorrow that will affect all accounts is that we're removing the micro scalping rule today, is what they said. So let me get confirmation on that. It's something they were doing today. He said micro scalping. Not micro scaling, micro scalping. This is a scaling plan. Scalping, not scaling. So micro scalping, getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out. So look, as I'm telling you guys right now, if you think 100K is not really a payout cap, this is the first firm out there that once funded, almost all 3 of the rules are gone. So by far, so far so good, right? This is what we've all wanted in prop firm. I get so excited with no payout cap and no DLL with funded next, and I go ape shit, and we all go ape shit about losing those 2. This is 100K payout cap and no DLL. That's pretty huge. That's practically no payout cap for most people, consistently in all 3 accounts. Now, what's some downside, you may ask, and just handing out some things? Well, Profit split is now going to be 80-20. Remember, they used to have 100% and then it would go to 90% 10 after so much. Now it's 80-20. Now you may be like, oh, that kind of sucks. But think about it like this. Would you rather have a bigger piece of a grape or a smaller piece of a watermelon? This is one of my favorite sayings in business, okay? Would you rather have 90% of a total 25K? Or would you rather have 80% of 100K? Think about it like that. I know when they did their announcement on these things, they totally balked when it came to the advertising, because they promoted like a teaser on their Reddit that was kind of like, you know, here are the things we're offering. And it actually just showed the shit they were taking away, and it covered up all the cool stuff they were offering. So people were like blasting it like, oh, 80-20. Oh man, firms are always taking stuff away. And I messaged them like, you guys, compliment sandwich. Don't just throw out there the bad stuff and cover up the good stuff. Yeah, 80% is not bad. So remember, total payout on the sim-funded side, right? 90% of 25K or 80% of 100. This is 80K. This is 18K, right? So you're handed a watermelon. They just give you less of it, okay? And at the end of the day, you decide if that's better for you. 80-20, not that bad. All things considered. Now these accounts with no DLL and no consistency, and you can just rocket them straight up with a 100K payout. It's like my funded futures is now not only going for the kill in the prop world, they're going for the fucking cremation. They're looking to stay on the ashes wherever the prop firm out there. Rules like this are borderline unsustainable. There's payout cap, but it's raised to 100K, and you can get 5 accounts now instead of 3. So my funded futures is now taking on all their competitors head on with some really good stuff. Compliment sandwich is so dumb. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So anyways, that's it. And then those are kind of like the new rules. Now we can talk about, like, when we get some time later, to talk about the difference of the plans. The major difference of the plans, you can get through them right here, is that you can see, if you just put them side by side, right? You see the bottom tier, Pro has all, like, no scaling, no micro scaling, blah, blah, blah. And then Core and Scale are very much the same kind of plan, right? You can see the plans are basically not that different. Pro gives you all this extra stuff that you can do, but all of them are pretty much the same. And so the major difference is that Core is like designed to be like a straightforward path where you just get funded. Kind of like their basic center entry level plan. Scale is for more like consistent growth. There's a tiered payout system that increases your withdrawal limits as you succeed in the plan. And then each of the withdrawal limits get bigger as you scale. And then of course the bigger plan, they call the Pro plan. It's for experienced traders. Frequent payout schedules and high maximum withdrawals come with those. So the differences between, we'll have some kind of explanation as to what makes them better than each other, comes on the pay side. Why pay more for the accounts to trade them? And so, let's see, the scaling plan is, let's talk about these really quick. So Core and Scale will have a scaling plan, which basically limits how many contracts you can have. As your account balance grows, so does your amount of contracts you can have. So at 1,000, you get 1 contract. Between 1 and 2,000, you get 2, and 2,000 plus, you get 3. So scaling plan on the Scale and Core, they just basically give you more contracts the more balance you have. So you can kind of scale up with, which is kind of cool. On the payout side of things, let me go here really quick. Payout policy on the, where's the payout policy here? Oh, they don't have it on this one. Hold on. On the live account rules on the Core side, I'm reading these. Static drawdown doesn't trail, which is nice, expected. Comes with the DLL and a starting balance that you have and a minimum payout. It's all listed here. I got about like 8 minutes to get the market started here, but it's awesome. All these new rules are really cool. After 5 days in the middle plan and the scale plan, you can take a payout of certain schedule. Let me see what's cool about this. Your payout gets bigger every single time. Let me just kind of like do this here. So So the payout limits on the middle tier plan is like each time you take a payout, you can get bigger and bigger and bigger payouts each time around. So imagine you're in the biggest account, taking 45, 52, 6,000, 67, 75. These are huge fat payouts that you can take. And that's in the middle plan. On the window that you can take them out. Remember, my Tradeify straight to fundeds, I'm taking out $3,500 per account at the 150K level. That's like more than double of that. And this is why I'm telling you these plans are like blowing my mind. Amazing. $7,500 payouts, right? Daily loss limits, a soft reach. So DLL means you hit that level, you can't trade for the day. And then the final pro level, on the 50K accounts, you can transition 5,000 to live, 100 you can take 75 to live, 150 you can take 10,000 to live. Triggers for live account review from pro is 3 consecutive payouts. This is where it gets good. 3 consecutive payouts in pro, you get reviewed for live, or make 20K in the account. There you go. Pro, quote unquote, is like the old expert, but you get all these extra cool things with it. So the pro, you only need 3 payouts to go live and 20,000 profit target, you go live, not 30 days like the other ones. The other ones are like having you in the game for longer. This one is you hit your 20K with no DLL, you're making in a day or two, right? So does this change the current accounts? No, the current accounts stay the course. And like every other firm, when they make new rules, they don't go out there and force you guys to adopt them. Like, you know, with your current work you've done. Like other firms out there, like here's the new rules, you know, fuck you. Take it. Your existing accounts will stay the same. So you're good. And let me talk about the payout schedule here. Payout policy. Pro plan allows for frequent payouts once a profit buffer has been cleared. Here's how to request a payout every 14 days after your first trade. You must clear the account buffer. The buffer is pretty simple. 21, 31, and 46 on each one of these is the payout buffer. And then you can make a payout every 14 calendar days once you have the buffer. Not a bad deal. Pretty exciting. All right, let's get to some trading stuff here. All right, roll. Difference between starter plus and pro, that's all gone away. So there's no more starter plus, no more pro. So MFFU futures essentially became very hyper competitive, especially against like Top Step. They completely blow Tradeify out of the water now, especially with their payment plans. It's just like these guys have revamped this for the better. Now to say, you know, to keep themselves from going under, right? The 90-10 goes to 80-20. Might seem like a small step back, but still, right, this is a major improvement across the board, especially for the cheap plans. Imagine your $80 account, right, the small one. You have this really good transition to live plan even with that one. So pretty cool. No DLL, no consistency in the funded side. And all the accounts. And the payout cap is now, and you get 5 accounts now, and payout cap goes up to 100K. Like, essentially, it's now the firm in the running with the fewest amount of rules on that side. Matt's trio, I call it. The withdrawal limits, that is a good question. It doesn't say on here. Let me go ahead and ask. That's a good question. I was looking for that. What is the withdrawal? Let me ask him on that one. Good question. Like, how much can you actually take out once you pass the buffer? Welcome to the stream, guys. It's got the worst scalping rules, though. The micro scalping rule has been removed. Sanity. You can do it now. Told you it got good. You can now micro scalp. It's still there. No, that's micro scaling, not micro scalping. Read it again. Scaling has to do with your scaling plan, like scaling up your contracts. Trust me when I say the micro scalping rule is gone. I've been trained on what to tell you guys. That's definitely gone. So right now we're opening relatively flat-ish. Just be careful. Flat opens are always like not the best. Don't trust resilience. And also we're above triple B on VIX. So this is kind of like the thing I always talked about last couple of days. Remember, VIX has bounced above here. We need VIX below here to create that non-volatile resilience and movement sort of environment. We're in this kind of, oh man, the market's going to be sensitive to news environment. Be careful on this. The VIX did not turn around and come down that easily. And now, is there a long at the open? I'm not really going to short this, but I don't know if I want a long at the open today. I mean, I could take the gamble in one account. Probably take the gamble in one account. 10K baby, let's do this. Oh yeah. All right. Current range choppy. Bootcamp starts again second week of August. And we already have people donating to give away to that. So in the second week of August, we already have like 30 something accounts are already seats to give away already for free. So it's kind of nice. We'll be doing giveaways for that when we start up. So with core, can you only get a certain payout per cycle? Let me, when the market opens, we'll talk about the MyFunded Futures accounts in a little bit. Let's just say that they're making it a lot easier across the board to get payouts. They're increasing the payout cap, more accounts you can have, and making the rules easier to pass, which is really nice. And they, again, like I said, the 80-20 thing, you used to get a big piece of a grape. Now you can get a smaller piece of a watermelon, which means you can make more money. All right, let's roll it. All right, we are opening flat-ish. Market is up, then it's back down. I don't know what I want to do. Fill in the gap there. Resilience is slightly positive, but I hate fucking flat days. I hate them. Flat days all across the board. I hate them. Let me take one account, one contract randomly long at the open as long as resilience stays fine. Do I want to touch this with one account? Let's hold off. Get a map through here. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. We'll be doing a 20 MyFunded Futures account giveaway today. If that is correct, bull long up is incredible. No, that's still yesterday's stuff. Okay. To get the liquidity map here. Ooh, EST on SPY. Okay. Okay. All right, EST on NASDAQ. This is going to be roughly, hold on. 1.2 times 4, 52 points from open. EST NASDAQ. Okay. Woo. Okay. Let's focus on NASDAQ today. 52 points off open. So it's going to be about 90. $96, I think, something like that. 92. 92 EST NASDAQ. We might overshoot it. Take it with 2. Oops. I'm gonna allow a little bit of overshoot on this. Let's roll it, baby. heck? All right. EST Nasdaq every single time. All right, let's let it rip. All right, fingers crossed on this. We've got liquidity pocket here to here. Hopefully this holds. DD ratio 0.7. It's less than what it was, but hopefully the LP holds with some minimal overshoot here. Liquidity pocket's one of my favorite trades. I'm a little fumbly this morning. Don't die on us today, market. So I got the biggest 1 minute candle, just double checking on my stop loss here. 325. So this is still 40 point stop, which is good. All my stuff is stuck here on S&P. All right. Roll it, baby. Roll it. I'll take it. Come on. Take a look at SPY really quick. Come on, hang in there. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we don't crash out on this. I take LP from here back up to top. So pocket is a 20 point move, 40 point move. That's the selling pressure is a little off here. I don't like it. Liquidity pocket from A to B. This is a bear short up at bear zone top. So basically inside of here, there is support pressure here, and there's nothing else until 560 in case it does fall. So exercise a little caution today, but I'm long in most of my accounts. No complaints on this one. All right, I'll take my first 1,000. I need to make 1,000 each of these accounts. I'll pocket that. I'm finding consistency rules right now. So I can't really make too much. Let me put the other Dom on here that I'm fighting with this one. That one can make a little bit more. Gotta make sure I'm just going for payouts now. Hang in there. This is a 1-to-1 trade, not really the cleanest, and also in a volatile environment. So 40 is my stop. LP is my target. And this is fighting here. I don't like what I see. Let me double check the SPY sectors really quick. Resilience is just very negative on NASDAQ. So we might not get a big bounce out of here. We said that volatility is still a thing, and you can see why it dropped pretty quick. Sector tracker, comms are up. Consumer discretionary up. Tech slightly up. It's not that bad. Get that LP, baby. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Let's get some like and chat, baby. Get them like buttons in chat. You guys know it. Let's get up to 500, 1,100 viewers. We're going to go up there and have ourselves a little giveaway in a second. Double check fix really quick. We don't like bull setups and VIX. So we're gonna have some volatility today. There's no light run up to top like this. Today's not gonna be a day where we rally through the moon. I think today is gonna be a day where we maybe can get like a little bit and it's gonna sell off. I'm a little worried about this because it's the volatility's there. This is where it should be bouncing, but are we gonna get a bounce? That's the real question. I mean, EST, right? All right, come on, let's get some move, market. I like the long liquidity pockets, one of my favorite setups. It's my bread and butter setup, and I'm just struggling right now to find a lot of liquidity here. There's a lot of selling pressure at the open, and VIX is still kind of in like that sort of crap set, right? So I don't like that. My 18-day streak had ended on my Tradeify accounts, but then I ended up walking away with a pretty decent win yesterday. So let's see if we can make this a 2-day streak, you guys. Come on, run it. Run it. Run it. Let's go. Let's go. Profits on the board. Profits on the board. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm seeing green across the board. It's not keeping up the momentum there. Let me trim down and hold some runners. How about that? Let me trim down the 2. It's not picking up momentum. I'll just have 1. The volatility has me a little worried about this, but we should be fine at least to go back to pocket. You green across the board. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's take it to the moon, baby. LPs. Let's rip it. First retrace in the pocket. Let's go. What the heck is going on here? Well, let me exit my trades. All right, hold on. Come on. Oh, I hate when this happens. The bullshit of prop firms sometimes. Go to exit a trade. It's like, can't exit trade. Oh, yeah. All right. I closed down 2 to hold runners, so we'll see what that turns out to be. Pocket's still fighting right here. The rock scooter lets you know where liquidity pockets are? Yeah, always, always, always. Yeah. So the gray line is. Resilience is slightly better on the S&P, which is good. Which S&P went up to fill its gap. This might be the actually resistance target today. S&P filled its gap on positive res. Nasdaq is lagging behind just a little bit. And this is one of those days. Nasdaq is down, S&P is up. So with a lot of heavy sector rotation today. You can see the index divergence rule right there. Flagging. Oh, not good. Not good. No bueno. I was so excited to see a pocket run. But yeah, we do have volatility today. So be very careful today. If we lose this, I'm out of the trade. 40 points under, and there's nothing underneath here to stop it. Remember, this is that VIX thing we were talking about. This can be that selling pressure we were starting to see. And if it sells off, it sells off. I still take it every time. I'm not usually worried about it, but we'll see. Liquidity pockets are always pretty solid. Solid supports. So if we lose this, the market's got very little underneath it. Should be all right. I don't think the market's dying out. VIX is moving up just a tiny little bit, but still relatively low relative to everything else. So probably a good. Bye-bye Nasdaq. It's looking bad, but again, I'm still kind of okay with it. Do you guys like when Tradeivate basically just like locks up and you can't exit positions, and it's just like you got to reset it and relog back in? Oh, it's such a nightmare. Like the web version of Tradeivate is absolute trash sometimes. Nvidia is flushing hard. Let's double check if there's a support on Nvidia today. Nvidia has bulls on bottom support right here, so could be a bounce point. like I said, it's got trimmed down to one contract here. Should be a bounce point on NVIDIA. But if we start losing bull zones and stuff, this market's going to crash out. DD ratio 0.85, still solid. Like, I'm not worried about this at all. Just a little opening volatility, I think, to shimmy the market down, but I think we're okay. Not worried. I hope we should be okay. So excited to see the pocket hold. We are kind of in a spot and SPY where there are liquidity pockets here. A monthly map, still bullish going in the long haul. But like I said yesterday, you know, VIX is in a state where the market's not as liquid as it could be up here. We need to prove liquidity, or else this, when I said yesterday, could be a top in the market. This is where today we confirm was yesterday. The top in yesterday. Was yesterday the top in last month's run, or is this the start of a new run? That's kind of where we are right now. Oh, my stuff is... What's up with my internet today? Oh, my word. Okay. I got 40 points under, and I'll pull the plug on this. So... Remember yesterday we were talking about with the VIX being in a certain spot and volatility moving in such a way that it's not proving there's liquidity up here at these highs. It either means that yesterday was the top, the local top of the market. And what happens on a day like that is that I just take the loss, the market becomes bearish, and then I miss out on it. But I don't take a guess at a bear market. I still try to long on liquidity pockets. There still can be a little bit of overshoot because of the volatility. I'm not really too afraid of it. But if the market crashes out, nothing really can do about it. And then we wait. I'm still all right. Let's add to the overshoot here. One extra contract on that dip. I put 2 back on the table. We'll see if anything cool comes out of that one. Hanging on. Was yesterday the high, or is this the start of a new wave? And so we gotta decide. So I grabbed, remember, when VIX is the way that it is, remember, I grabbed 2, I closed down to 1, then we overshot, I added 1 more. I'm playing the overshoot. Again, this is a little risky here, but am I betting the market's not going to crash? Well, yeah, that's what I'm betting on. Am I wrong? Probably. This is one of those kind of weird transition days where things might get a little crazy. If that's the case, and I take a loss, I take a loss. Part of it. Part of the game. Is my stop, my hard stop at 40. I'm right on the edge of stopping at. This is getting a little brutal. Okay. Right about like 2200, I'm going to pull the plug on this. Yeah, that's a little too much. I can't pull in the plug. If we get back above LP, I'll go ahead and long on that. So this is it. So the market looks like we were right yesterday. This might be suspicion here. I don't really get any more support for another 80 points on NASDAQ. So I'm going to be very cautious here. I'll jump right back in on the pocket, but there is no trade right there. Wait, what the fuck? I didn't, oh, I pushed the button one too many times and pushed me short. Okay, that's dumb. I hate when I do that. I'm not like the best multitasker in the world. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on accident. Managing like 1 million accounts at once is kind of hard sometimes. My bad on that. Thank you guys. Tough day today. But that's okay. If it happens, it happens. No big deal. It's all part of it. All right, tough on this one, so gonna chill. If I get back on pocket, I'll buy. If I get lower DD band, also these are good long entry points down there. But this market can be a little crazy today. Now I'm gonna wait. And yeah, if this is a big selling pressure, we might get this. I might get some play down here at lower DD band, and I'll work my way back up. All right. So some days, yeah, the VIX warning was there, right? So that volatility is pretty big. I know to kind of get out of the way if I hit those targets. Yep, so this one I'm just gonna chill and wait. Not really gonna take a lot on this one right here until I get to DD band. So I'm gonna let this fall a little bit further. Sometimes that's just what you get when the VIX is the way that it is, and this is that big sell-off day. And I could take one more attempt at monthly hedge right here at 179. Monthly hedge resiliences are positive. Things are kind of okay. This can be the bounce point. So let me go on my chart here. Again, if this is the big old sell-off day, I don't really have to risk too much. Why is price dumping? This is just volatility. We've talked about this the other day. I gave a whole class about this in yesterday's My Funded Future session. So When VIX is above this 1841 level, the volatility can just be there. The liquidity is gone. And so if this is the big sell-off day, I said yesterday that this is either the top of the market or the start of a new wave. And VIX needed to get below here and test. And clearly this is the top of the market for now. So we got a wave down, which is kind of part of what we're seeing. I'll take one more stab at DD band just to get a scalp off that lower green there. And then that might be helpful. If we can't get something good. A little bit of run to overshoot. Try one more time. I'm a risky play, but lower DD band, I always take a stab at every single time. Ratio is greater than half. Trade number 2. Attempt number 2. Now we really need the fan on this one. Tough day, tough day. This big old crash day today. So looks like on this particular allowance, I'll allow myself another 40 points and I'll take a stop if that doesn't work. And again, if the market turns into a big bearish crash day, then that's what happens, and then that's what happens. But you know, I can go on months of winning streak, and then once the long market flips to the other side, then you just can't account for that. We kind of caution that was going to be what we'd be seeing today, but hopefully see something better. It's going to get a little crazy and volatile and choppy. So this is my first attempt. I'm doing this in one account. If it starts to overshoot a little bit, I'll start playing with a couple more accounts. So. Little DD band bounce there. We gotta love our DD band bounces. DD band bounce every single time. A little chaotic out the door, but hopefully we can get something on this one. All right. Pretty brutal day today. We get a good bounce there. We love our DD band bounces, don't we? We get a run off of that. Tough morning. Focus day today. Focus. We expect a big old nasty fall like that, but let's see if we can get something on the return. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Nice little recovery there. Hopefully we can get back above MHP to sort of keep the day kind of flat. Good deal, good deal, good deal. Hang in there. Confluence on this is pretty okay. DD ratio has been moving around a lot with some of the stocks selling off. Let's be careful that some of the bigs aren't losing key levels. Like Nvidia is now at EST, which is a support. Bear zone top. Apple is a kind of Amazon's kind of They're not at good supports yet, but they're trying. Microsoft a good support. Meta no support. Tesla no support. Google support close to MHP. So yeah, Google right at MHP. So should hopefully be okay, but we'll see. Damn, that's brutal. These red candles are just getting like fucking nuts. One a day today. That slam down, that's nuts. This market is kind of fighting pretty hard today. Should be all right, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully that was the last bit of selling and we hold here. Fingers crossed. Kind of like medium risk on the table. Again, it can overshoot a little bit. 100's the new kind of like support area for overshoot. It's anyone's guess, man. It was looking good for a hot minute. Again, all my bull pivots that I have, I take stabs at every time. Here's the volume arc that you get, but it's only asymmetric volume. Big's in like kind of like key crap area. So if this big crash day and I keep my losses minimized, that's fine. But hopefully we hold. It's probably going to get a little more brutal for a hot minute there while some of the stocks look for bottoms. So we'll see if we can get anything with the stocks. Days like this feel like get beat up. All right. Bum, 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 bum. All right, tough day, chat. It's kind of tough. And QAST one more time. Yep. Get a second pocket down here on NASDAQ. Like, again, you got everything kind of lining up here on NASDAQ, which should be okay. But it is getting brutal, man. This market is like trying to very hard sell off. And we said that yesterday, right? That yesterday could be the top. It's like this is testing that out. And we'll know a day late if we're wrong. So this volatility is pretty nasty. And again, this is what volatility looks like. VIX above triple B. See how much it's going like up and down and crazy. So keeping my risk minimized here. I'm just trading it just in this account and two of my fund and next accounts. That's it. Trying to keep it small. And the volatility is all over the place here. All right, fingers across, y'all. This is very tough. Again, losing DD band, also irrational. So small trades only down here. I'm still playing the overshoot, but off of this, there's really nothing else. We have LP, hopefully to hold, but if this is big crash day, then this is big crash day. And nothing about big crash day other than keep your losses somewhat like minimized. Doesn't have to be like that big of a deal. Just sort of like, you know, be cautious around here. I think it should be okay, but like I said, this is just a big volatility test and the market's going to have to see where liquidity is here. If you believe the liquidity's here, then hopefully so, but it's not looking so hot breaking DD band. Breaking this lower green band, this is in like 8% chance we close below. 92% of days should close above, but it's not going to be without its crap volatility before it happens. So just FYI on that. Oh, that's tough. It's fighting to get there, but it's not doing a good job. How far have we gone? 107 to 349. It's a 250 point drop today. It's a tough one. This is a little brutal. Brutal. Hopefully once that settles out and stabilizes, should be okay. But man, catching falling knife, not something I want to be doing. Nvidia does have support there. Google does have support at MHP. We're sitting there with some stocks having some support. I think once, and again, this is where volatility has entered the chat, right? We talked about this yesterday. Volatility is going to be back. So the kind of trade smaller and wider around pivots. This is kind of what you do when markets are volatile. And again, you can take a little bit of drawdown in some of your trades, but this is going to be tough. This is tough. Hopefully the market doesn't die from here. If it does, I only have my one trade of FI is the only one that's exposed right now. The other ones, two of them I took profit and got out of the way right at the start of the day. So this one's fighting. And we'll see. We'll see how we do. I love days like this. You guys love days when I have to fight it. I know y'all do. I think we should be okay. At least DD band right here is holding up pretty good. I think so. Hang in there, baby. Hang in there. Let me draw a fan for you guys. Man, I'm starting to lose my voice. I talk so much in these streams now. A little bit of good pressure there down at the bottom. I like it. I like seeing this hold. One of our better high volume pivots is the slower band. The market will absolutely crash out today if we lose it. So should be all right. All right, so this account is flat right at DD band. I'm gonna put another account. I'm gonna trade another account. Give you guys another entry because I want to do something else. I think I want to do S&P. No, it's not there yet. So that one is long, but I am going to bring another oops. Hold on here. What the heck is going on? My thing is all frozen up again. Well, yeah. hold on. All right. Oh, hold on. All right, so yeah, this is that same account that I had earlier. Sorry. Trying to get organized. Trying to get everything set up here. Oh, hold on. Hanging on, DD band. Hold on to that one. I decided I'm not going to touch it with my other accounts. I was going to enter another one, but I'm not going to do it. Not yet. Just this one Tradeify, that's it. It's so freaking hard to juggle so many fucking accounts on screen. Especially when Tradeify is like or Tradeavate's a buggy piece of shit. Like basically one of them, I don't have a bunch of DOMs. I just have literally like my funded next. It's just nuts. Like trying to exit positions and everything. Like it's like can't exit a position. Like, okay. I have no idea why it's doing that. But whatevs. All right, let's make our money back. All right, DD band longs, take it, baby. Take it to the hole. Let's take it to the hole. Run it. This account is down 700 bucks as of right now when you add the 1400 win to it. So, doing all right. Oh, stop. Do you use trade copier? I don't use trade copier. That's the one thing. Yeah. Somebody said, Savage says you give Alpine credit for what? What do you give Alpine credit to? Or credit for? Alpine's good peeps. I missed the person. I said trading a ton of accounts. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely, dude. Freaking Alpine is like nuts. He has so many accounts he trades at once. I don't know how he does it. He manages like 30 something accounts. The Alpine's good peeps. I like him. He's cool. Yeah, he trades like, he's like a buffet, dude. He's got like one of everything. He's got one of every account type. It's crazy. Yeah, he uses Ninja and he keeps them all stacked together. It's pretty impressive. Boy, oh boy, now my shit's starting to make some fucking money. Oh my God. There we go. That was crazy. Now I could take a little bit of profit at the next resistance instead of being a little overeager. Resilience is starting to nosedive a little bit on the S&P. So let me lock that in and just basically take that and put it in my pocket. We did at EST second time on QQQ. I'm not going to be overly greedy here. Pocket to pocket trade is basically it. I should hold for maybe another 20 points though. I did close this one out. I'm going to close out my funded next as soon as I complete the picture there, but pocket to pocket and I'm done. I'm going to sit out on this and wait. Right at about 23.2 is the upper target here on QQQ. That's a little overshoot at LP. I'm a little gun shy on this because the volatility is still there. So we'll wait. I'm starting to play around some of my funded next accounts while we're chilling here. It's just like a tough little morning here. But pivot to pivot's always pretty much what I aim for. I'm now working my funded next a little bit if I can. I've got pretty much all my funded necks almost green because these are the ones I was hit. I hit some Tradeify, took some losses. We landed down here and hit some funded necks, and then we're pretty good. So those are all doing pretty okay. One of them busted, which isn't good, which isn't too bad. Just lost one. The other ones are good. So I have to rebuy one. Remember, I'm trying to brute force these evals and get them passed. Hang in there, baby. How's SPY? SPY's doing kind of like the same thing, but SPY does have bulls on bottom, hedge pressure bottom. Very strong support in SPY here. And your hedge pressure resiliences are positive, and of course your DD ratio is bullish, so it is going to be likely good support here on SPY. Hopefully so. I like that DD band tap. All right, I could do EST one more time on NASDAQ here. Let me put one more for a runner on EST. Buying that dip, baby. Go. I hate days like this, but it is that volatility, right? We told you guys yesterday about this kind of day, right? Very much so. When VIX is above triple B, that market can be very volatile. Doesn't mean it's bearish, just means that the market does experience any kind of selling pressure. It can be brutal because there's not a lot of liquidity there. Yesterday's a liquidity test, and I said either today is when we saw the VIX tailing up at the end of the day. What I said in boot camp was that either yesterday was the top of the market for a little bit, like we waved down for 2 weeks, or it's the start of a new rally. And we need to see that VIX in a key spot to prove that there's liquidity here below 1841. I talked about it all day yesterday, and we are not going in that direction to show liquidity. So the lack of liquidity is what we saw today. The market just moving around because of lack of liquidity. Stocks fell to key levels, and now the market's testing liquidity here. This is typically what you see in reversal mode, and let's see if this market's reversing or not. Fingers crossed that it's not. We love bull markets. We hate bear markets, right? It's playing our favorite, right? And so I just keep taking stabs at it and taking stabs at it and taking stabs at it. First liquidity pocket failed out. I took a stop. I waited, jumped in, and now we're good, right? So this is how trading works, guys. Pretty simple. If I get move on this second pocket here, QQQ goes from roughly, what, 728 points from here. So roughly about 15. Next pocket. She's looking good there. Let's run it, baby. I gotta close some of this shit out. Wait. Wait. Making too much. Making too much. Stop dancing around. Oh my word. Fucking stop. I hate. Oh my god, I fucking hate TradeVate so much. Like, it's making me like chase and click shit, and it's just like, close the fucking position. Let me get my money out of here. Thank you. It's my money and I want it now. I'm making 2,000 each of these accounts. I gotta close it out before it goes too high. It's my money and I want it now. Remember those commercials? Monitor's way too high. It's like way up there. I know. Pocket to pocket. Next trade goes here. Oh my god. Them ESC going crazy. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. No, it's like when you right click, like I'm in the point where I have like my account. So I'm not even trading with DOMs. I'm just like just right clicking and going long position. That's it. It's a really slow way to do it because this mobile app, I really need a way to like have all my accounts on fucking DOMs so I can get in and out quick. That's really what I need to do. If I start trading Ninja, that's going to be the solution to that. JG Wentworth. It's my money and I want it now. Boy, it's tough. Like fun day, fun day. Okay, so EST, monthly hedge pressure, always volume here. Am looking for the full pocket run. Clone. So there's another LP, basically, liquidity pocket down here at the bottom. These are really strong bull trades. These are very strong bull trades. That's why it's worked so far. One more liquidity pocket here in NASDAQ. It's like you have an open position and then you right click and you do like close all. So I'm trying to do exit all, and it's like you don't have a position active, and I'm like, yes I do. It's so annoying. I'm like, maybe I have to click it first. All right, EST one more time. At the pocket, let's see if we hold. DD ratio is still 0.8, should be okay. Volatility is likely going to start picking up again. This is that second test. I was just seeing the distance here, about 200 and something points drop. Little span distance there. I'm gonna overshoot one more time. Tap the band a second time. I might add one more to this one. Second pocket should be all right. Remember, we allow for overshoot when VIX is above triple B. We have a whole handout that covers the process, right? So I allow my pivots where you have this kind of asymmetric volume. This actually started bell curving up, which is pretty liquid enough. I like to see volume look like this rather than sporadic like that. So it should be pretty good. You know, I undershoot, overshoot, hit near my stop. And then there's the undershoot, overshoot, right? And then now we should be pretty okay. Now we're overshooting the second pocket on liquidity. So I grabbed one at the runner, which was here. One at the dive. If there's a little red candle, I'll add one more. And then I'll stop again on the other side. Same trade 2 times in a row. What's my strategy? I find liquidity and I long it. That's my strategy. It's a pretty good strategy. Why brute force fund to next? Just to pass the evals before the sale's over. I gotta pass these guys before the sale goes up. VIX is coming down a little bit, looking solid here. All right, let me add one more to this. I'm okay, I like it. Just one more here. Again, same crap. VIX is sort of not moving higher right now. VVIX is at 94, which is still pretty good. The market's probably going to have like one more FU red candle and then dip, rip, and dip. So it feels stable. The selling pressure's off. It might do this. And back up to there. I'm going to finish up the trade. Why before the sale? Because the sale allows you to get no DLL accounts at Fund and Next, which is by far one of the best deals in props, period, that exists. It's fucking amazing. So I have no DLL and I cap payouts. These are going to be $1 million scalers if I can get them up that high. I'm going to be the next trader on social to ask for $1 million payout. Y'all can bet if I can get one of these accounts up there, I won't take payouts along the way. I'll go for the glamour. Oh yeah. How do you increase your Thetan levels? Is this a Scientology question? Don't you shock? Isn't like Scientology where you like sit in a room and shock your brain when you have bad thoughts? Something like that. No DLL is forever at Fund and Next. Yeah, well, on the account that you buy, right? Once the sale is over, then all the regular accounts are DLL. So you have to basically, I want to get 7 of them passed before the sale is over. That's kind of like, is that the conversion therapy? They put electrodes on your nuts or something like that to keep you from having naughty thoughts. No DLL saved you. One of them busted, the other one's made money just now. So lucky for me, the fumbling, I didn't get in quick enough to take a bunch of big losses. So should be all right. Hang on. MHP resiliences are good, which is good here. DD ratio is good, which is good here. We're in a liquidity pocket. DD ratio is good, which is also good here. Things should be okay for at least me to get up to fill the pocket for good. I think once I get there, I might take profit and kind of close out and chill for the day. This account is down $700. Let's see if I can get it up to positive. All right, let me jump in on one more of my Tradeifys, but just with one contract. So EST, one contract. I'm jumping in on one more. Wish me luck on this one, guys. I'm going up from pocket to pocket up to about 16 is my target. LP on Qs. You don't need to pass before the sale is over. No, you don't need to pass before the sale is over. No, my goal is different than y'all's. I want to pass before the sale is over. That way, if I accidentally fuck up the funded account, I can start all over at the last minute. Imagine I pass in like, you know, a couple days, which I'm about to do some of them. And imagine the very first trade out the door, I blow it up. And I got like one more day to go buy a few more, right? So my goal is to pass them as quick as possible if I can get the opportunity. Now, normally their sale isn't on a Friday and you don't have Saturday and Sunday to sit out. So when I did my brute force thing last time, by the end of the sale, I had all of the accounts I bought funded, ready to go with profit in them, by the way. Not just funded, but funded with a couple trades in them. That way I can get buffer. My goal is actually get buffer before the sale is over. So before the sale is over, I want them to be funded and with some buffer. That way, that's the comfortable place to start trading from. That way I can always start over if I lose it. There's that little overshooty candle there. There's a tap right here. Let's hold on this. Come on, baby. Don't die on us today, market. Right. How many ETF accounts? I just have my one ETF live account. That's it. What I'm looking for is a liquidity pocket trade to go from pocket to pocket. Hopefully things look good. S&P resilience is bad. NASDAQ resilience is bad. Flat days are always kind of like hard to trade because the market can just basically have no pressure at the open to support counter movement. Markets can just have, especially when VIX is the way that it is, there's not a lot of liquidity. Market literally could just die out like it did today. So it found liquidity down here. This is all kind of strong. So I don't feel uncomfortable being long here. I kind of like being long here. It's good. It's not really catching too much of a falling knife. There is enough liquidity to warn off a sell-off. It's going to take another hour to work its way lower and crash. So if it does, it does, and I can just take a little loss in this account. But I am starting to build up some long confidence here. Pockets are still pretty good as long as ratio is solid, and that is solid right there. Monkey paw. Should we? Should we do it? Of all days, and this is like such a fun day to trade. I know it's heavy to take a loss out the door, but I don't lose my confidence. EST, I do the same damn trade every single time. All right. Let's lately, I feel like when I play this song, the universe jinxes it. But today, I feel different. Here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. In a second, a green candle that goes like this. And then we get one moment to exit the trades. And then it's gonna do this. Watch, 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 watch. Watch. Just watch. What? It's gonna be like a volatile short squeeze. Hit the pocket, and then it's gonna whittle its way back down. Play in reverse. Oh, okay. So in the reverse version of the song, the rocket's in space and it lands from the moon on the earth. Lower a fist, whisper it quiet, putting chains together every minute. A new world comes together, puts out the fire. See, I'm playing it backwards. I'm doing the opposite of what the song says. See if that works. All right, Market, you know what you want to do. Tap the pocket. The Fat Matt song is the best. It's pretty good. Oh, give me that big green FU. Let's go. We'll do 10 My Fun and Features giveaway today. 10, so y'all hang tight. I really need, now that I'm trading, what is it? 13, wait, 7 plus 5 plus 1, 13 accounts. I need a new mechanism. It is so hard. It was hard with the few that I was trading. Give me that big green candle, baby. Don't break my heart today. All right, hold on. Like, all these people are like, oh, 80-20 profit split, I hate it. And I'm just like, these fucking kids, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like, trust me, no profit split is like what you want. All right, oh, wait, I mean, hold up. I'm fumbling here. What account is that? I'm being a little greedy here. I might as well take that profit too. Let's just take all this profit here. We belong. ESG. All right, yeah, I had to pee for like the last 10 minutes. I'll be right back, you guys.
Trade, our steel is strong. single time. Single time. Rocket brains with battle grind. Resilience never bends or breaks. It shapes the edge that fortune takes. From bell to bell, we ride the train.
All right, back to green, baby.
The charge until the end. E-estate every single time.
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Tough day today, but still pretty good. I love that song. Ooh. Yes, take. Okay, let me eat my breakfast. Maddie Green Juice Hercules. You playing the song? All right, one more time. I think the market will keep going up. Yep. Maddie Hercules with his green juice. Play your avocado song? Okay. Play it next. I'm out of all my trays. I'm flat everywhere. Oh my word. Now, let me show you guys the damage today. I get so unlucky sometimes in my freaking... Oh, my bad. Dude, I get so unlucky. Like, in some of my accounts. That's it. There's the bump there. There's LP. God, dude, I love Rocket Scooter so much. This shit's so fucking... Oh my god. I love LPs. Oh, that was nice. Rock the chat, baby. Yeah. Thank you, Monkey Paw. There you go. Battle grind. Now, I don't know how this is possible, but it's still showing. Like, I busted one of the Fund to Next accounts. That's it right here. This one got busted right out. And it's still there, and I don't know why it's still there. I had to buy one new one. The other ones went up. My Fund to Futures, which is so lame. This one hit DLL. I hate fucking DLL, I tell you. Hit DLL, so that one sucks. And then one of my Tradeifys is down. The rest of them are up, so. Blah. Dude, I don't get what some people are like. Somebody is saying like, the new My Fund and Futures plans are starting to like polarize some people. I feel like traders don't understand that prop firms aren't meant to be like your end all solution to be a trader. Like, I think people feel like the prop firm is how they're going to make their money, pay for their bills and stuff for the rest of their life. Someone brings up a good point. I think people are like polarized about the 80%, 20%. Like, again, this is what I'm saying is you have to think about it. Somebody's like, yeah, but the 100K doesn't affect me. And this is a good point. Like, okay, not everybody's a trader where you're going to be 100K is going to be something that means something to you, right? Spy EST. Oh, double check. Right. And then bring up a good point. Like, for me, I'm like, okay, I'd rather have 80% of 100K than 90% of 25K. Anybody would, right? Like, it makes zero sense to not like 80%, 20%, because you get a smaller piece of a watermelon than a bigger piece of a grape. Like, you don't, for traders that are aspiring to make the max profit they can, it's not a big deal. When's the My Fund and Futures giveaway? If you ask like 8 times, I'm gonna add 8 minutes for every time you ask. In a little bit. Do I trade micro gold? I don't trade any gold. Man, sorry I've been quiet and I'm really reading chat. You guys watch me kind of like digging out of a hole here. Back to green, back to green, back to green. Oh my God, what a day though, right? Now the question is, are we reversing? How are we doing for that? I don't think the market is going to sell off from here, but the VIX is not coming down. I am going to exercise caution from here. At best, we don't break through this and keep going. At best, I think we do hit the second pocket, but it'd be nice if we did. But we'll see. Usually days like this, I like to take my scalp and be fortunate that I survived. EST one more time on S&P. Are you ready for that one? Make this, oops. Resize this to look a little nicer here for y'all. There we go. But right, and it's to each their own. And when somebody said, yeah, but I don't think I'm at the 100K, so that rule doesn't mean much to me. And then I'm like, yeah, but then what's the difference between 90%, 80% if you're making nothing anyways? Like, it's like the principle that people don't understand. They're kind of arguing about. If you're making 100K, that's where 80% and 20% really matters to you, because you're losing, 10K or whatever. But if you're only making like a $3,000 payout, what's the difference between 24 and 27? It's $300. Like, it's nothing. It's like not worth being upset about, right? So the people that were like, oh, trash, 80-20 trash. I'm like, that's only trash traders will fucking say that. Like, it's great. It's great to have 100K. That's the benefit of allowing you to scale even further, is you can make a little bit less. And to each their own. You either like it or you don't like it. If you're trying to pull out $3,000, $4,000 payouts and you care about 10 extra percent, you're in a way worse situation than you think. If that's a big deal to you. So I understand that no DLL and no consistency and pretty much infinite-ish scalability, but 100K is not a gold mine to you, then I don't think you understand what you're looking at. That's how I feel. And now, again, if you're upset on a couple $100, maybe you should understand that profitability is something that not every trader has. If you're at the level where you're upset that your payout is going to be minus 10% because that means that much to you, you're not at the level of trading you need to be at. Focus your energy on getting to the 100K rather than thinking you want your payouts to be slightly bigger on the short end of the side of things. Because when you think about it, who you should really be mad at is Uncle Sam. They take 40% of your payout from you. No, but jokes aside, I get it. I understand. But do you want to be limited at 25? If you're not making 100, you're not making 25 either. So it doesn't even matter the complaint of, well, it's 10 extra percent we don't make. Doesn't matter. It's not a lot of money. If the person that's complaining about that is the person that's only making $300,000 or $400,000, it's not worth calling something trash over $300 difference. I'm like a little bit confused. But I think traders are kind of in general, like you guys are smart. I think we have the smart community here. Traders in general are a little short-sighted and don't think things through. I think most people are really realistic about prop firms, but there's some people that are like, I just want all these amazing things. A prop firm is an infinite money printer for me, and I need all these amazing rules. And I get it. That's just humans. We all want everything for our benefit as much as possible. But you have to understand, you can't give without taking. They have a risk model. And they're not really taking anything. They're giving you the option to play the game for longer and make a little bit more. And if you get a payout, that's free money. Who cares if it's 10% less free money? It's free money. You don't have to risk your real trading account, your real money to get it. If you're making enough to even pass the 25 to enter the second tier to 100K, the new tier, you're going to be happy that you can make another $75,000 at 80% off of that, right? So I feel like there's two camps here. But as Fraser said, I'm happy with any payout. And this is what I feel. Most of the people that are complaining don't probably make consistent payouts. They're not just... Fraser's happy with any payout. So am I. I'm happy with money. I'm not... If you're unhappy, it's because you're not getting any payouts. I don't think it's a bunch of people getting payouts that are be upset with that. It's just a bunch of dreamers that are kind of like not at that level, that they just see the number as a sticker shock. I see it as great. I see it as no DLL, no consistency, and almost uncapped payouts. Uncapped-ish payouts, because nobody's going to get to 100K. Very few people. Rarest of the rare will get that far. So for most everybody, you're uncapped. For the average person, if you haven't taken 100K payouts, congratulations. 100K ceiling is now uncapped. It's the first firm in the world that has native, without a sale, all three of the rules of Matt's trio gone. No DLL, no consistency, and pretty much uncapped-ish. So that makes them the best accounts in existence, period. You take a little bit more off the top if you make a big windfall. You made a big windfall. It's money. It's free money. Nobody that gets to that level is going to be complaining. Oh man, I made 80K instead of 90K. Oh, trash. Trash. Oh no. He roasted up. Yeah, my funded futures. They literally just turn their accounts in the best end of the day drawdown accounts in the business. Even funded next sale is not as good anymore. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's actually uncapped payouts. It's still amazing. It's still worth taking, but there's consistency. So my funded and the eval side, there's also consistency, but on the funded side, there's not. So like I said, my funded futures is aiming. They're not just going in for the kill. They're going in for the cremation. They want to stand on a pile of ashes. That's huge. These are huge changes. Where I think we're going from here. On the S&P, I'm going to watch this carefully. If S&P reclaims 628, I might jump in on a long one more time. There's a liquidity pocket on S&P is really nice and tidy. I'm going to watch that instead of NASDAQ. S&P is the stronger of the two. So if S&P does break out 63.37, I will jump back in on one more LP long. But I'm not going to jump in early on it. Right? But either case, I understand that there's, you know, prop firm is not just going to be like, Here's more free stuff. Let's put ourselves at risk. They're going to cleverly design the program that makes more sense. I think it's great right now that the cheaper accounts have no DLL and no consistency and funded, which makes quote unquote the starter account amazing now, right? Starter account used to have like all these extra rules, and now the cheaper accounts, that's really the big thing, is you don't got to go fork out $227 for an expert account to get all those fancy rules. You can go in at like $80 account and have no DLL and no consistency. Like, people are not seeing this as like the best thing ever, right? Or most people are seeing it, and some people aren't. Imagine having those gold mine rules of expert in the cheap account. No consistency when funded. No DLL. $80. Well, 15% off with our code. I mean, what? What? Like, what? The reason this was cheap because it had all these extra rules there. The fact that they gave you a sub 80 account with no DLL and no consistency with funded is like mind-blowingly awesome. You guys can now prop trade for Apex prices with fucking top step rules. I mean, let's just be real here. Okay? That's cheaper than Apex. You know what I mean? No activation fee, $77 a month. That's like half price of Apex. Yeah, no activation fee. Like I said, my fund is going in for the kill guys. They're doing anyways, yeah, no activation fee, right? That the expert, so my fund got rid of expert. They got rid of Pro Plus. They're all new names now. It's core growth. No, core scale and pro. Essentially, all three of the accounts are the same. The only difference between them, see, all the rules are the same. Okay, look up and down. All the rules are the same. The exception is the more expensive one allows you different kind of scaling plan stuff. So the main difference now, see how the rules, when I click them, they don't change. The main difference now is how they get paid out. What you really need to look at is the differences between at the payout level. Which I have the fancy PDF that explains it all. I'm going to ask them if I can publish this PDF. It's company internal document, but I'm going to say, can I have a publishable version? Because it really explains everything, so you don't have to dig around the website. I'm going to ask them if they'll let me publish it. To you guys, I'll put in the Discord if they let me. It like lines everything out super cleanly. Like this. It's like, this is what it looks like. So you can scroll down and see all the info. That'd be amazing to have, right? So I'm gonna ask them to let me do it. It says do not circulate, so that was before they had the announcement. Let me see if they can't let me, just because, I mean, how cool is it to have like all the details right there without having to dig around and dig through the menus, right? So let me ask them, because they may have changed some things since this circulated a couple weeks ago. They actually sent that out. They sent that out to a handful of people and asked us to like consult and give our feedback and stuff on the new plans. And I saw the new plans, and I was giving commentary in the email chain. I was like, these plans are fantastic. People are gonna really like that. I think that the old accounts, they do exist, right? They didn't change their old one. Tradify is the best straight to funded. Yeah, I would agree. They're really good. The 100K cap for all account types. I believe it is for all account types. Yes. All right. Okay. Y'all ready to do a giveaway? My bad. All right. I should have done the giveaway earlier, but man, we were crazy loaded with trading. I got a little crazy here. Yeah, under $80 with no activation fee and no DLL and no consistency when funded on that $80 account. Like, not only are they, look, okay, you want me to tell you what they're doing at the high end of the scale? They're aiming right for Top Step's head with a dot in the middle, okay? And the low end scale, they are nuking the earth that Apex used to walk on. They are attacking both of those companies directly with these plans. 100%. The upper end of the plan is a top step killer. The bottom end of the plan is an apex killer. They know what they're doing. Yeah, they're hitting the cheaper accounts. Imagine paying $200 for a trailing drawdown account. How about 80 bucks for end of the day with no consistency with a 100K payout cap? I mean, come on. 100%. It's complete murder, dude. It's like Apex literally their $80 plan has killed is Apex killer. All right, let's get the chat. Let's get some giveaways. And what I'll actually do, I should have done the giveaway earlier and we have more people just to make it more fair. All right, everybody type in MFFU. What I'm gonna do is I'll give away, what's today, Tuesday? Let me give away 5 each day because I feel really bad that like 300 people are already gone. We'll do 5. We'll do 5 every day. So y'all come here tomorrow and the next day, the next day, the next day, and we'll do 5 a day instead of 20 today. Or 10 today, sorry. All right, type it in. MFFU, baby. To have a cheap end of the day drawdown with no DLL, it's like, I'm telling you that it's cutthroat in the prop space now. There's super hyper competitive. Yeah, like the idea is that the little, yeah. All right, guys, type it in. Let's go. MFFU, baby. We'll do 5. I don't even know which accounts these are. I guess I'll find out later. Let me see what the can be a mix of core or scale or whatever I'd like to do. All right, so what kind of accounts do you guys want of the new plans? They said I can pick. I just read that. A mix of pro. There's no expert anymore. You want it all, baby. There you go, Keith. Okay. All right, hold up. Okay. All right. Just not core. Okay. Let's do a couple. Okay. So today we'll do actually 5. And 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon. Okay. Okay, we'll do scale today morning and pro afternoon. So I'll do the other 5 in the afternoon sesh. How about that? You guys come back for the afternoon sesh. We'll do it. How many bots are there here? 0 bots. No. I think people understand. Our channel went kind of mini viral. You know, we've got a lot of coverage, a lot of publicity. I'm featured in 2 prop firms, Discords on a daily basis. I'm on a new TV show. We just got big. Ain't no botting here. Yeah, the old case of overnight sensation. By 15 minutes of fame, now at like 17. Minute 18. We're getting there. Yeah. I don't put bots in the channel. Maybe Michael's a bot. Oh. All right. Ready. Bootcamp did turn you into an emotionless bot though, didn't it? You'll take my account and plus you can have the giveaways. Okay. Deal. We'll switch. Okay. How was your day so far? Green or red? Green-ish, and I only busted one account, which is good. And I hit DLL on my funded account. So this is the haul for today. And I don't know if there's some kind of a glitch, but this is still up. So maybe they just didn't delete it because you can have up to 7 total. So I guess that's true. This account has failed. So I only busted one and I rebought another one and turned it green. So unfortunately in the nosedive, I did lose one of my no DLL accounts at Funded Next. The rest turned out pretty okay. And then in a sadder note, as unlucky as I have been lately, my funded second day in a row has hit DLL because I hate trading with DLL in my live account. My Tradefies are all right. So let's see that PL. Want to whip it out? All right. You guys ready? We'll do 5 scale plans today. Again, let me talk about it before we just give them away. Let's show you guys what we're dealing with. I'm super thrilled that My Funded Futures now decided to essentially remove Apex from the what I call the cheap account, prop account for cheap traders. Apex is good as it was, growing up through this space. You guys probably loved Apex. Now you're paying $200 something for a trailing drawdown account. Doesn't really sound fun anymore when you now get a $77 end of the day drawdown with no DLL, no consistency when funded. This by far is one of my favorites. All right. All right, so the scale plan. Oh, let me ask him real quick if I can actually show this. Hold on. Hey. Oops. All right, where's the P&L song? I missed it. I forgot that was playing in Discord. Whoops. All right, scale plan. It's their middle tier plan. No consistency when funded, 50% when eval. Really solid account. No DLL. News trading's allowed. You can micro scout now. The micro scalping rule is gone at My Funded Futures. It was amazing. You get 80% of your profits in sim funded. That's it. And then as soon as you get to payout, you have these tiered payouts, which is really nice, depending on which place you are. They get bigger and bigger as you go. Just imagine Tradefies not have a tiered and the straight to funded. I have 3,500 each time. And then so you can scale the scale very well as long as you keep your payouts going. After 5 winning days, you can request a payout on the scale plan. And all you need to do is make a minimum amount each time. Like, these rules are fucking awesome. Nice, steady, solid accounts. All right. All right, so give away 5 scale plans today. And we'll give away 5 pros this afternoon. So 5 people are getting into My Fun & Future Scale account. Fantastic, fantastic plan. The tiered payouts are pretty cool. After 5 winning days, Mercy type something in chat. All you need to do for the 50K or 100K or 150 is 1 or 2 or 300 profit each. Remember, and by the way, during this time, they've increased our code Rocket Scooter to give you 15% off the accounts. If you guys want to check them out yourself, 15% off instead of 5. Mercy type something in chat. After 5 consecutive payouts or 30 profitable trading days, you can go live. All right, somebody had another song. Wait, hold on. That's not a giveaway song. Hold on. I'll play that one later, though. All right. Oh. We didn't even do the tradition. Ready for giveaway. We had to listen to the P&L song, though. Goober Guy, winner number 2. Goober Guy, winner number 2. Goober Guy. Oh, buzzer beater. There he is. Dude, amazing day with My Fun & Futures. I'm super excited. Winner number 3, scale plan, right? You guys are gonna love the scale plan. It's really nice. It's a very, these accounts are just solid. Like you, honestly, what I'm saying is they're doing as good as they can get. Like, I thought they couldn't get any better. And the idea that they just have cheap accounts now that you can get with all the rules of the expert for less than $100. I don't know why anybody would be any sort of like naysay towards it. Like, I think people understand that when you're trading these things, what you really want more than anything is to be able to get a payout. People are like worried about, oh, well, what about this and what about that? And I'm like, you're not even at that level yet. Right? Don't even think. Let's play some of these accounts we got here. Oh, we already played that yesterday. What's that one? I think people need to understand that getting a payout is your first goal, right? I think the argument of I'm going to get 80% and 90% is something that most people that are arguing don't even qualify for it yet. Where it matters. And people that do qualify for it or that have gotten there are going to tell you that, trust me, you're going to be happy that you can take 100K and some funded before you go live. To me, that's mind-blowing to go 4 times on their profit limit what you used to get. I think it's incredible. Bot picked up Goober at the last second. They got him. They got him in there. JC, winner number 3. That's a nice song, Leon. There we go. Got the dill pickle chips. I'm liking all the new songs you guys put in there. Here we go. Hold on, this is the giveaway song. Hold on. Which one did I like? I had a couple of these that I liked. All right, JC, Goober, Mercy, Mercy, 2 more.
Rocket fam in the house, prop firm in the chat. Matt, make the money gun go. Hit that like or step on a Lego. Bad luck trade.
Step on a Lego.
Say no. Jazz heating up, the room's alive. You know what time it is, Rocket Scooter live. Matt's in the seat, pickle on patrol. It's giveaway day, let's roll. Type it in the chat, name that firm. MFFU, get your
So in the core plan, the payouts are pretty simple. Every 5 days in core, you can get a minimum request of 250 and a maximum request of 1,000. So the cheaper, so where they really differ is the payout side. So core, the $77 account that doesn't have DLL consistency when funded, you can take $1,000 payouts after 5 winning days. That's kind of cool. That's a little dubsteppy. All right. Not really my cup of tea for this.
If you want the best prop firm deals, make sure to use our code. Nobody else gets better deals with prop firms than us. Use code Rocket Scooter for the best deal on Tradify, Elite Trader funding. Take profit trader.
That song was good. I mean, I'm just going through the songs really quick. For a giveaway song, I kind of wanted to have like a little bit more like of the traditional giveaway song we had. Yeah, that song wasn't bad in general, but it's a little dubsteppy out for the contest. All right, Charles Williams. Next one. And the scale plan is neat because it looks like you can have, so they said don't publish the PDF. They have actual links that they're going to send me that can send you guys to read more up on each of these plans. Y'all can take a look at it yourself. Be much more easier than, how many is that? That's 5 people. Okay. Charles, JC, the guy, Charles Williams, Goober guy, and Mercy Mercy. Congrats, you're the 5 winners. Now we'll do 5 more this afternoon. So come back whenever I'm off of MyFunded TV and follow me to MyFunded TV because we're probably doing a shit ton of giveaways there as well. Yeah, congrats, you two. Okay, you 5. All right, here's what you do. You need to take a picture of your YouTube ID from inside of your account, like log in and take a screenshot. That we can prove that you are inside of that account. You're going to go to my Discord. Link is in the description below. You're going to go to the contest channel and message a guy named Slacks. He's our admin. You need to have an account with MyFunded Futures already, and you need to give him the email that you have for that account. And then right there, we will get you your accounts today. You guys are now going to get scale accounts. I'm not sure which amount, but something. They asked me what I wanted, so I'll just tell them like I guess maybe the 100Ks or something. All right. Very cool. Very cool. We'll do some more later. And we'll do some this afternoon. They gave me 20 to give away. Let's tear them out. Hold up. Oh, thank you so much. He did send me all the info here. Thank you. Okay, we got him. Let me see if I can't pull this one up here. All right. So this is, let me see if this write-up is just as good. So you don't have to get that PDF up in here. Okay, good. They have these articles for you guys. Here are the articles. Yeah, you're welcome, Mercy. Hold on. There's core. Scale. And here's pro. You said me and Pat are the best in the space? Well, I appreciate that. Pat's good, peeps. Nobody works harder, man, than the two of us. I can definitely attest to. He's a hardworking broski. I work just as hard. Everyone else in the space is great, but we're both relentless of how hard we work. Does 80-20 split apply to core 1,000 payout? Right, so you get 80% off on whatever your payout request is, yeah. So the main difference is I got them all loaded up here, okay? So core, okay, so the main difference, the account type is relatively the same. Like the sim funded account parameters are relatively the same. Let's put them side by side. Right, you're gonna have 80-20 split. You're gonna have no daily loss limit and no consistency on funded, and no DLL, no consistency on funded as well. The sim account parameters are all the same, I believe, or the sim account side. Now the scale plan has a, let's see, 1001, 2002, 2003. So the core plan is just one plan at one price, right? And the core plan has a scaling plan that looks like this, and the scale plan, the lower end, looks exactly the same. But then you go higher up, you get a bigger scaling plan. You can actually scale a little bit faster and bigger on the higher accounts. As you make more profit, you can trade more contracts. Now, as I teach you in Rocket Scooter, this doesn't apply to you because you're not trying to scale in and go out there and trade like that, right? You guys aren't going to be caring about 9 minis and 6 minis. This is where they beat you. So even though this is good to see a bigger scaling plan on the sim funded side of the scale, you're not gonna really care about having a scaling plan, not at that sim funded level. You're gonna be trading 2 contracts, basically it. Right. On the pro side, here it is. That's just it. There's no scaling plan. You just get the big max amount of contracts. And again, you're not going to use any of that. You're going to trade 2 contracts on NASDAQ and 4 on S&P anyways, right? Okay, so back to the core. Let's see how this is all different than qualification for payouts. Koala. Like the bear. Actually, it's not even really a bear. It's a marsupial. 5 winning days of 100, and you can get qualification for payout. Qualification for payout, 5 winning days, 100 here. As you scale up in the bigger plans, 5 winning days of 200, 5 winning days of 300. The bigger the plan, the bigger the minimum day you have to get out. After your first payout, your maximum loss limit on the scale moves up to a smidge over your starting balance. Same thing on the core. So very similar right across the board. Live funding, 5 payouts or 30 winning days. Live funding, 5 payouts, 30 winning days. Okay. Now, what's the major difference, you may ask? Looks like the scaling plan is the difference in the scale. Everything else looks pretty identical. I don't see much of a difference on any of this, except for there's a scaling plan and scale. And at the bottom end of scale, I wonder if the funded is slightly different, because that's all I knew, that there was a small difference there. Let's look at the payout plan policy. I think the payout is different in scale. You don't get as much. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hey, core plan payout policy withdrawal limit. Okay. Withdrawal limit. Oh, okay. So that's right. So core, you can only take out $1,000 of payouts. That's really the main takeaway. So I was like, I know I was forgetting something. So core, you're capped at $1,000 per payout. And let me ask the guys really quick. Okay. This is where it gets good. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, so core, every 5 days you get a payout. That's the big news. That's it. That's what it is. Okay. On scale, every 5-day payout windows. 5 days. Remember, TradeFi is 7. Every 5 days you can get a payout. So core is your basic plan for 77 bucks, $1,000 every 5 days. Scale taps it up a little bit. And on scale, your payouts will scale. Every 5 days, you can get a bigger and bigger plan. Remember, TradeFi is every 7 days is 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 35, 35. Every 5 days, you can make twice as much here as a TradeFi. So you have a tiered scaling plan. Let's just use this as an example. Let's use the 100K. Actually, let's put them side by side. The 50K account, 50K account, and 50K account. Okay, let's all compare them side by side. All right, we'll use the smallest one to do apples for apples. Pro is a 14-day payout window. Okay. All right, you guys so far so good? So the big changes, right? No DLL, no consistency, bigger payout cap, and shorter payout windows. And a cheaper than Apex plan has better payout. You know, I mean, like consistent payout for cheaper. All right, so here, and no more trailing drawdown, right? So all the things are still the same. You have end of the day, no consistency, no DLL. I mean, how fantastic is this, guys? This is exactly what you want as a trader. End of the day. Yeah. On the core plan, on the 50K, you take $1,000 profit every 5 days for 77 bucks. Okay. Not bad. The scale plan. It's a scaling system, 1,500 to 3,000, and it tiers up every single payout. So you get more payout over the window to pay a little bit more to get it, 3,500. Right? So the first plan, hands down, is already really good. Where is my funded thing here? The scale is 127. Everything else is relatively the same. Maximum payout request, $100,000. That's huge, right? That's on the pro side. Core side maximum is 1,000. Scale side, tiered payout system. Pro side, max 100K. This is really great. I like how the differences aren't between the sim side or the account parameter side. The differences are you pay for your payout plan, which I think is very cool. And this is going to be, for pro, it's going to be 227. Okay. These are the major differences between them. Oops, 227. All right. What do you guys think about it? No DLL is what we need as a trader. Yeah, DLL is like my worst enemy as a trader. I hate DLL. It's the worst. All right, I'm gonna ask him. I didn't even ask him for more commission. All right, I mean, sorry, more discount. I'll ask for more discount. I'm gonna ask them to make my coupon 25% off. Let me see what they say. All right, so pro side. Is how many days here? 14 calendar days from day of first trade. Buffer must be cleared. On the live side of things, we're comparing 50K plans, okay? On the live side of things, daily loss limit. Live account funding. $2,000, 2K to 5K basic account fund. Okay. On the scale plan, this is comparing 50K accounts. Starting balance 3K. And then on the core plan, wait a minute. Oh, 3K, and then core plan is 25. Okay. So you get more scalability as you go up into the different plans here. Slightly bigger DLL, slightly bigger account size on the 50K accounts when you go live. Contracts 2, 2, and 2 to 4. So it looks like it's negotiable on the range here. So also in pro, the payout to go to live is it's a different. Also, let's not forget about this part. To go to live on pro, it's three consecutive payouts, I think is what it is, right? Kind of cool. 3 consecutive payouts. Hold up. Let me see. Hold on. You know what they said? Wait, hold on. Live account transition triggers. 3 payouts, 20K profit, or any extra above is transition live up to 100. Okay, so that's kind of a cool plan. 3 payouts, 20K for that. For the scale plan, 30 and 5. Hold on, babe. You can come in. All right, cool. core. And then this is going to be 30 and 5 on core. So basically 30 profitable days or 5 consecutive payouts. Oh, thank you. Is that real money? Scale is, oh, not 30 and 5. It's 20 and 3. Oh, okay. 20 and 3. And then this is just 3 payouts in general, or a 20K milestone. Okay. Days. Live unlock. Days to payouts. Cool. Yeah. So these plans are pretty different. I like them. Okay, let me just take a screenshot of this so I can remember this forever. Just so I can have this in front of me. Side by side. Good deal, good deal, good deal. All right, let's get back to the market today. Corny, chill, action, barcode action. Core is only at thousands of pounds for live. Yeah. So on my funded, I have a live account with them. All right, so I get another setup here. Now I am looking for this. Let me get this one more approach here. We are tapping against bull zone bottom on S&P. I kind of do like it. We are an LP, which is what we call the RB trade. Should be pretty okay. What I'm going to do on this account. Wait, no, that's not the account. That account's already. Nope, that's not the one I want to be long on. Oops. Okay. Well, better than nothing. Do 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 do. Whatever. In queue, QQQ, one more time. We have sandwich trade again. Again, this is great. The R&R is not so bad on this one. This is 160 points of move through the zones with a 40-point stop. So it's a 4-to-1 trade if it does take off from here. Could be incredibly good. Past 2 evals. There we go. There we go. Well done. Well done. So is the new scale better than the starter plus? It is. It is. Yeah. Yeah. When you go live, can you have more funded counts? You can't. How many points I'm aiming for in the S&P right now? I'm looking for a move from here to here. About 10 points, right back up to middle. This VIX is coming down a little bit. Should be all right. It's going to take about 2 hours for this trade to take off, though, if it does. That's the one thing I'm kind of like blah about. So Tradeify now calls their account Lightning Funded instead of Straight to Funded. I just saw that they had a name change with the website change. Woo, woo, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's run it. Let's see. 190 to 280. No, 180. Sorry, 180. 180 stop. Yeah, this is gonna be even 2-to-1 to go through. This is pocket, and we have a second pocket. So we run through what we call the Arby's trade. This can go all the way back up to 330. Not bad, not bad. 1 hour trade. Dude, it's been crazy, right? Market going range bound. Yeah, kind of. So looking to see if we can't get any kind of movement back up to the bull side. We're still in that volatile environment that I was talking about yesterday. You're going to have a little bit of unusual volatility. Now, hopefully that was just a one-time thing and this market crawls its way back higher. I don't know if it will. I'm willing to take the bet that it does. We still have enough volatility that the market can dip a second time and continue to trade lower. Be very cautious on today's setup. What I would like to see personally is the run up back to pocket, which would be good. 1 minute like this, 1 minute like this, and then 1 day like that. I don't know. Maybe not that high, but even if it's selling off, I'd like to see us at least return to that area. All right. All right. Is lunch hour sell-off coming? I wouldn't think that a lunch hour sell-off is coming. Actually, this is the account I really didn't care to trade in. This one I accidentally jumped in on. I meant to get on a different account. I'll just put 1 on that one. This account's already, this is the one that's at 1,500 bucks. This one actually doesn't need to be trading anymore. We get all kind of pocket trades here. I'll have 1 here. I'll drop 1 more if it hit bear pocket again. Bear's on top. So I have 1 here. I'll do 1 more there and dig out 1 more time. Second trade if I can get it. Alrighty. The bottom of my chart. Oh, yeah, sure. Here, my bad. I forgot that it wasn't showing. Here you go. One heck of a day today. This was kind of a fun day, but that starting craziness was a little much, but we managed, right? Ooh, putting green on the board. Green on the board. I love it. Just by curiosity, take a trade in the blown account and see if it works. Okay. I think it just doesn't delete. Let me see if I can't do it. All right, this one right here. Order rejected. Yeah, order rejected. So so this is just sitting there on the list. Apparently, when you bust the account, it doesn't leave the list until the next day, I guess. But this one's busted. So I bought another one and then that one's up. So all the other ones managed to make money when I bought at the bottom here. Just busted that one and then let's run it a second time, baby. Oh, I hear IDOT doing something over there. Let me make sure she's all right. I hear her banging on the wall. Hey. Let's go. All right, I see green. Green is good. Green is good. She's trying to nail in this thing for her diploma. And she's using a rubber mallet to nail in some nail into the wall. And she was hitting it like gently, and it wasn't going in because it was in a stud. So I went there and I smacked the shit out of it. All right. Let's get some green up here. VIX is still bullish. I don't like seeing that. S&P picking up a little steam. I kind of like seeing that. It's probably going to fight. It might have a couple of scares inside of here. Hopefully you hold these key levels here. This is kind of like my point of no return. I like kind of would like, I want to see this kind of support here a second time. Monthly res is getting stronger. So if we hit it a second time, it should bounce. So I'm in one. I'll dive in one more in case it dumps to there. Remember, MHP res is showing the strength of this orange line. If this is getting stronger and we hit it, it's going to become stronger on the bounce, which is what I'm liking to see. A little check while we're waiting here. What does NVIDIA look like? Good. Apple, blah. Okay, but not terrible. Amazon holding support. Microsoft holding support. Microsoft has like the whammy of monthly hedge all stacked on top of each other. Tesla on MHP break. Good. Google. Solid. Solid, solid. Come on, NQ, give us a run up. QQQ, bulls on bottom, nice and strong, all the way through bear zone. If there's a run up from here, it goes all the way to 64. There's nothing in the way to go to there other than the market just continues to sell. Could be clean, a clean recovery up to the top. Daddy Hercules, let's go. Let's go, baby. No red, no red. We're gonna have a no red policy today. No red candles are allowed. And volatility is still there though, so it might happen. Matt to the rescue. We'll see. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Tradeify's new website looks like shit. Why the hell they changed it? It looks like shit. It functions like shit. The text is all weird and big. Everything's all laid out weird. I don't know. I love Tradeify, but God, their new website. What a fucking waste. Why would they do that? It looks absolute trash. I'm not even saying that to be like I hate them. I love Tradeify. I love Brett. God, right? It just looks awful. Like what was even the point? It was perfect before they touched it. You guys think the same way? Like it was beautiful the way that it was. There was nothing wrong with it. The color scheme is like good. But like, why? I don't get it. What was the point? Like, The front page is cool. Nothing against it. But the dashboard, it just is like... The scaling is weird. The UX is weird. It's just... They didn't really add any new features. It just is like... The coloring is all off. And for me, I don't know. It's like almost like a... I don't know. It just looks bad, right? Like, and it was great before. Looks cheesy. It does, right? It like looks fast tracky right now. Like that like purposeful dark color scheme that kind of just... I'm gonna say the website was perfect before. That's one of my biggest things. I liked how easy it was to get on and look at the stuff. Is it better for mobile? That's kind of nice. We know what time it is. Oh, it's almost that time. Yeah, to get out of here soon. And maybe the designer is colorblind. That could be the case. Not really sure what the goal is, what the goal was. To have mass appeal, to have something, but the dashboard they need to change. That's my thought. They need to change a damn thing on the dashboard. It was perfect. I'll get used to the new thing, but I just think like the color scheme just looks weird. On the affiliate side, it's even crazier. This will dox me if I show you a picture of it, but like the text is like, it's like blowing up on the screen. It's like font size, like 240 pixels. It looks like. It was very, very, very nice looking. Already, like it was, I liked how clean it was and how simple it was. I'm just a simple UI kind of guy though. They call me a simple kind of UI guy. Right? It's just awkward looking now. All right, let's hang in there. I trimmed out of one contract. I'm going to hold just to get up to second pocket. Ideal trade would be if we touch this, it's guaranteed to go there. So the idea is we hold bear zone top, bull zone bottom. This is a combination trade. You guys know this from our boot camp. Bear zone top, bull zone bottom. Here to here's a pocket, here to here's a pocket, here to here is EST every single time set up. To long at bull zone bottom with DD ratio being favorable is a medium to large trade. So I'm choosing to trade it with one here, one more right there. So I'll have one for the runner in case it goes. I'll have enough power to dive back into maybe 2 or 3 if it dips. I'm gonna grab it down here, double down. One more tap to here would be nice to push. Man, it's getting hyper competitive in the prop space now. It's looking like it's trying to take another leg down, but I still feel all right. Second setup here. This is A plus for the most part. Nothing's been triggered. No irrational rules. Nothing's crazy. So it's pretty good setup. Everything's yellow and green. So this is another A plus down here. Liquidity pocket. Pretty clean on this. S&P has bear zone top push off of this. If we do achieve this, should be pretty all right. It doesn't look like it's going to pick up momentum. It's just going to be a blast candle. Either it's down or either it's up. The market's going to respond quickly. I don't think it's going to trend. I don't think it's going to like slowly move higher and higher. It's going to like, or it's going to, one of the two. Yeah, I grabbed ES. This is, I have NASDAQ in another DOM. So ES is what I grabbed for this other one. This is a different trade. I'm watching NASDAQ right now, but ES, this was an EST setup to take bull zone top when I touch it. And I didn't mean to get in on, even on this account. This is the account that was actually up. So I didn't need to make anything more in this one. But bear zone top was like a 1 contract long. And right now, I'm going to start playing some NASDAQ down here on the side. Ba 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 ba. Been a nice day today. Sorry about that. No, I moved out of frame also so I could eat while I was on the phone. I still got business stuff. Oh, you guys could read my lips. My Funded Future is 100% off sale. That's what that phone call was about. Free accounts for everybody all the time. So the history of the company. Can't hear me mumble it. No, just normal business stuff. Same old, same old. I wish it was something sexy. Unfortunately not. I hope this is not like another crappy barcode day like Friday where market just kind of lowers and chills. You got 10 of the Funded X accounts. How to get entered to the lifetime giveaway? By the end of the month, we'll do it. So you be here on the last day of the month in the stream, which is going to be 2 Thursdays from now, and then we'll do the giveaway there. We'll basically just announce it. The House will be subpoenaing Maxwell to testify before Congress. Oh, dang. We got some Epstein news in the House. So microphones, like, this thing needs to, hold on one second. So I don't bust your eardrums out. Let me mute this really quick. My biggest enemy in day trading, I'm going to tell you guys, is definitely my mic stand. Like, streaming and trading is one awesome thing, but also having a microphone. I finally got a cool setup and made it easy. I used to have a mic arm that would do this and this, and you had this kind of like thing kind of sitting there, covering up like a big portion of the screen. And now I get this low profile, which is really nice. It comes off the desk like, it looks like this. There's a little tiny, like this. It comes off the desk like maybe this many inches, and then it goes flat across. And so it's just enough space for my arm to like slide in. So this arm is underneath. There's like this arm that goes straight across, and this arm is underneath it. So I can type over here, and this arm is free to move. So I'm kind of like limited, but not limited. Ooh, I love seeing green. Green on the board. Let's go. Reminds me of every time we go to Buc-ee's and they're cutting up the brisket, and they're always like, fresh chops on the board. You ever go to Buc-ee's whenever you're traveling through the state? I don't know if your state has a Buc-ee's. In Texas, we got like 50 of them. They just shout about the brisket as they're cutting it up. It's like every 5 minutes you hear them yelling it. Got some green on the board. You mean greed? Don't force it. Wink. LOL. Right. Come on, let's hang out. $50, $62. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get some sexy moves here. I want to see that green, baby. Zone to zone. Draw the van. Dude, this new music is like a whole different level of elevator music. It's almost like super jazzy. I tried to write some lo-fi hip-hop-y kind of stuff, but it came out with like some like subtle jazz jams. I don't even know. I can't even explain it. I had shuffle put on. Whoosh fan, let's go. Monthly res did take a little bit of a nosedive here, and I wonder what stocks are breaking through MHP. It might have been, I think it was because Microsoft, no, one of the stocks at MHP break. It was Meta? No, Tesla. It was Tesla. The Tesla is above. Google is all right. Google's all right. I don't know which stock it is broke MHP to the downside. The big SPY EST set up right here. EST bear zone top the bull zone. You can get maybe like a 10-point rip up. Would be kind of nice. And Nasdaq just has essentially bull bear bull Arby's set up. So right, if you talk about the Arby's trade, we call the zone combination. People just call it the Arby's because it's like a sandwich. You have EST bear zone bull zone. If you break bull zone and support, you have bull bear bull like that. You will hear jokingly call it the Arby's trade because it looks like a burger or a sandwich. So we'll see what we get here. I don't like that it is not picking up steam here and moving that fast. This song is putting you to sleep. Dude, I know, right? This one's kind of a miss. Hold on. I'm not feeling this one as much. Y'all from the Houston area, dude. Oh, let's get some green on the board. Let's go. Let's go. Oh wait, I misread what that guy said. Hold on. Scale plan. Yeah, I wish props would like when they have 5 contract limits. I think the contract limit is a trade-abate setting that you can only have so many contracts traded in general. Like, I hate the idea that they'll have like, you can trade 10 contracts total, 10 micros or 10 minis. And you're like, wait, what? Why can't it be 10 minis and 100 micros? And I think it has to do with the way Trade-abate's API is set up. I'm sure prop firms aren't dumb to not think about that. You have to play the whole song at MFFU, not drop the code till after. That's actually smart. The song to get people hyped up. Give it like a minute of song, right? Okay, I'll let them know. So micro scalping on the FundedX website, you can only do As long as 40% of your trades are microscalping, which is like 20 seconds or less, or 5 ticks, something like that. I can't remember exactly the rules. But as long as only 40% or less of your trades are considered microscalping, you're fine. Have fun to next, yeah. It's a lot easier to martingale with a low drawdown. That's also true. I didn't think of that at St. M's. But even so, the idea would be that they could let you at least have a little bit more granularity. Like, I get it, maybe not 10 to 1, right? So if you have an example, 10 minis, or sorry, 1 mini and 10, 1 mini limit and 1 micro limit kind of sucks. Maybe they should do 1 mini and like 3 micros or something. Give you a little bit more granularity than just like 1 to 1 like that. That does make sense why they don't do it, what you said. In the challenge phase, you can get booted for any microscalping. They've changed the rule, Sanity. So let me be your rule. Their website may not be up to date on that, but the rule has been removed in the back end. Res numbers are getting gross again. Yeah, they're getting a little choppy. You want to see some push up here? Days like this are like the least fun of days. That don't move anywhere. And again, there's no liquidity, and therefore the market's just kind of shoveling, you know, the shifting around based on what the stocks are doing. Get this zone bottom one more time. I'll tap it. QQQ, EST, we have monthly hedge pressure stack up with positive res. Res is ticking up. QQQ is going to be tapping bear zone bottom. I am going to proxy trade on S&P. Let me jump in on this in a couple more places. Have some fun with this one. EST setup with double strong pivot, MHP, bear zone top. Both of these are strong. Monthly hedge is slightly less though the second time we get there, and DD ratio is still strong-ish. So the pivot didn't get stronger; it actually has gotten weaker. Boo. Could overshoot. But I have faith. There's people going to buy up some stock here, hopefully. Hopefully so. The obvious choice is for the bears to come in and start selling this. But we'll see. Make or break right here on the edge. Should be all right. One more time on pocket on Qs. Let's tap it with 3 on S&P. Proxy trade on the same spot S&P. Actually, I didn't even really want to trade in this account. I'm not gonna lie. This is one that was already doing all right. Actually been waiting for a move so I can actually get out of this one. Oh shit, I got it on my funded TV. All right guys, I gotta bounce. Fuck. I'm running late. Sorry y'all. Oh, what's wrong with me? Hold on. All right, join me on my funded TV. Let me get you guys the link. Hold on.
Awesome. So you got to have a business plan.
Oops.
Say for the next 12 months is super awesome to have one.
We'll be doing a ton of giveaways over there. Everybody come over, talking about the new plans. Everybody go to this link. That's where I'll be. Time just slipped by. Oh my god. We'll see you guys and come back in the afternoon. We'll be giving 5 more My Fun Futures accounts away.
Trends we ride with heads held high. Resilience makes the weak ones fly. Future volume crystal clear. Rocket scooter leads no fear. No more guesswork, no more loss. Seeing past the others cross.
See you guys over there in just a little bit.